I'd like to thank you for coming to our symposium. This year is about new technologies.
We really haven't cracked the code of science yet. And I say yet because I think you're going to see some presentations following that really start to speak to that idea of what's possible now and what we could potentially do if we could crack through and really get to understand the nuance of what makes humans more human. One of the challenges we have with humans, and obviously understanding how to improve humans, is that they're so extraordinarily complex. And we don't really understand very much at all. We probably get 3 or 4 or 5%. And as I know many of the people in the medical realm in the room here, there's a lot of research on the medical side and years of tradition and history studying how to improve, how to support. But when it comes to actually training and preparation, we're very limited. So most people, you know, when they see something that's just beyond their capability, will default to, oh my God, if I don't do this right, or if I fall short, or if I fail, it creates an anxiety response. What's the cause of that anxiety response? The fact that if they make a mistake, they see themselves as failing. So the first thing we do with everybody is to reframe the threat of failure as a challenge. And the simple distinction with that challenge is that no matter what happens, win or fail, win or lose, you learn something. And our best performing organizations and our best performing individuals in the world are lifelong learners, and they understand this implicitly. They know that if they make a mistake, it's just an opportunity to learn something about themselves so that they can prepare better next time and use that failure as an opportunity for improvement.
My talk today is about artificial intelligence, more specifically about human-machine symbiosis. As we make machines smarter, we may just have a chance to create smarter humans as well. And in order to do that, we need to create an interface to our brains so that AI can interact with our brain. So here's I'm showing some videos here. On the top left, you see a speed intelligence example of artificial intelligence, where the recent robots can actually assess the situation more than 1,000 times per second, something that is beyond human level performance. On the top right, you see application of information surveillance reconnaissance, where AI in real time can assess up to 1,000 objects in the scene, in the video signal, and reason about where the people are, where the objects are, and what are the people in the scene are up to. Throughout history, we have used our mind to build and improve things. Soon, we'll be able to build things that improve our mind. Thank you.
SpaceIL was created 8 years ago in order to land a private spacecraft on the surface of the moon. The vision was to land a spacecraft, which is a scientific project. But the main goal from the beginning was to inspire kids and young students, high school students and even less, to choose to learn science.
So what is this HAH? What is this enzyme protein? This is an embryonic protein that starts from the very first cell when a fetus is formed. The function of this enzyme, like any other enzyme that has to have a specific functions is cell division, cell growth, cell multiplication, cell adhesion, cell penetration into other tissues. And if you notice, this is all the stuff that cancer cells do out of control and very fast.
I have actually divided maladies, which is diseases, in 3 different categories. One is xenomaladies, something that is caused by outside agent, like all the infections and all of that. That's very familiar. The other one is automaladies. You would know why I changed this category a little bit later. It's something that is caused by an agent within us, okay, our own cells, the condition, all of that. And the third one is a very strange one that people, you don't know. It's outside agents, but they live with us long enough, like a long-time house guest, that become a part of us. All of these, I look at them differently because the way you approach to treat them should be different. We always complain about how cancer cells are difficult to eradicate. They're very creative, and no matter what you do, they're going to come back or relapse and all of that. You know what? We should be very thankful for that.
we identified some research models, like kidney transplant patients. Purposely, we kill their immune system, so kidney is not rejected. So that's a good research model. The immune system is off. Whenever we were seeing some kind of rejection, we could see some viral activity. And at that time now, we had the technology to evaluate viruses based on their activities, not only the presence of DNA. Now, I was following some of these microorganisms in different countries. And similar to other groups, we reported that there are, again, a small number of microorganisms that are responsible for the disease, not all of them. You know, every day you are exposed to infection. Why we don't die, like your skin? Because we have thousands of microorganisms that are protecting you. Your immune system is not your first line of defense. Microorganisms are. We teach our residents to hate microorganisms, and that has to change. We really teach them to kill our best friends.
I kept seeing problems over and over in my own practice with inflammation, bleeding gums, dry mouth, all sorts of things. So when I was looking at all of this, and through this frustration, I again contacted Dr. Nowzari. I said, you know, there has to be a better way. As a periodontist, as someone who's been the chairman of the perio department at USC, what are you suggesting to your patients? And his answer to me was actually very surprising. It was sea salt with water. And as I studied the Manila study, I become so fascinated with such a simple, natural element that can do so much.
The concept of Uberization works by providing a direct connection between the actual consumer and the end company. So that's through the use of mobile technology, on-demand care. Now, I've personally been doing mobile dentistry for over 10 years. We created suitcases that can pretty much take all the equipment that we need to provide preventative care, even fillings, extractions. I've even done surgery in the Saudi Arabia Royal Home. But we've also utilized this in third world countries where we're able to actually take the dental office to remote locations.